Ooh, which story to go first?
All right, we're back.
We're back.
Byron and Pace podcast.
Episode 9.
Episode 9.
Yeah.
Got a rhythm and pulse now. We're going to be smashing out the content.
Yep.
You know, we're back with Would You Rathers and dad jokes, and of course,
Fact or cap.
Fact or cap stories. I've got some rippers. I spent a good 2 hours, I think, today.
Yeah?
Which is longer than usual. I really took my time with these stories, so I'm very excited for this episode.
All right, don't let us down. Here we go.
As usual.
Love that.
Got the Glenlivet,
I think this is the last of the Glenlivet.
the birthday whiskey.
There you go. For you. Oh, man, what a rainy day.
It is a horrendous La Nina.
La Nina.
There.
To anyone listening who's not in, well, where we live in Sydney right now, we've had 3 months of basically rain.
Yeah.
The entire summer has just been rain.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Cool.
Very cool.
Let's jump into it.
So, you go first.
All right. So, let's have a look. What do we got?
Hold on.
Oh,
what are we doing? What are we doing?
Cheers.
Cheers. Welcome back.
Here we go. All right. This is an interesting one.
Yep.
This is the lost sport of the Olympics.
Okay.
So in 2004, the Summer Olympics held at Greece, dodgeball was going to be added to the sport roster for the first time ever.
Dodgeball.
But the IOC, the International Olympics Committee, deemed it too childish and saying that dodgeball is a child's game and called off the decision. This caused quite an uproar in the media and even caused the IOC to make a new regulation for, and I quote, childish, dull and idiotic sports to never be introduced to the Olympics again.
No. What year was this?
2004 for Athens.
2004, Athens.
So it's the year after Sydney, or the
Ooh.
Olympics after Sydney.
I want this to be true. I reckon it's bullshit.
You reckon it's bullshit?
Yeah.
Is 100% bullshit.
Yes!
Jethro Bath!
No! Fuck yeah.
What a
Jethro.
beast. Jethro's
you
coming
got smoked.
swinging.
Jethro, you
Got
got
smoked by Pace. I had to adapt it as well, Jethro.
Yeah.
And I still couldn't get him. So,
Sucked in, bro.
GG, well played.
Yeah.
Appreciate the effort.
Much love, Jethro.
But you got him.
Appreciate you.
You got him.
Alrighty. Speaking of the Olympics.
No way.
Yep. Did you hear about the Olympic skier whose penis was frozen during the men's 50-kilometer race in Beijing?
No, I didn't. Do I want to?
Finland's Remi Lindholm spent just under an hour and 16 minutes traversing the course in howling, freezing winds, leading to his penis becoming frozen. With organizers worried about frostbite during the race, it was delayed by an hour and shortened to 30Ks. So it was only 30Ks, not 50Ks. But the thin suits and underlayers worn by the racers, as well as plasters over their face and ears, offered little protection. Lindholm was particularly susceptible because his unfortunately large appendage was pressed up against the ski suit, but he was so determined to win that he ignored the pain for over an hour. Thankfully, they were able to save his schlong by slowly thawing it out after the race, but he described the pain as unbearable.
Oh, God. That's awful.
But is it true?
I'm going to go true.
It is true.
Yes.
It's true.
Mean, that's sad. But look, good on him. Good on him. But
the only part I made up was his unfortunately large appendage.
Yeah, right.
Everything is true.
A little Pace Randolph edition.
Everything is true. But yeah.
That's brutal.
There you go.
That's brutal.
Look at that. Back-to-back Olympics.
Why his dick? Like not his fingers or his like...
Poor blood flow. If anything, he probably got a little pecker, which means there's less action going on down there. Yeah.
Jeez. All right. Brutal.
That was also a friend submission.
Oh,
Cameron
nice.
Lockie. Shout out Cameron.
Nice. This is a ripper. This is an absolute ripper.
Alrighty.
This is how to cure OCD with a shotgun.
Okay.
In 1988, in the LA and New York Times, both reported the story by a man identified as George. Just George, nothing else. At the age of 19, George suffered from obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD. He would wash his hands hundreds of times a day and shower multiple times a day. It left him with no time to do anything else, and his condition led to have severe depression. George decided the only way out was to end it. So he took a .22 caliber rifle, put it into his mouth, and shot himself. Now, the gun was angled like this, and he shot upwards. However, he somehow survived and woke up in hospital. Not only this, but the bullet had only taken out a small part of his frontal lobe. This part of the brain caused his OCD, and miraculously, he didn't suffer any other brain injuries. George got out of hospital, and he lived his life free of OCD forever.
I want to believe this, so I'm going to say it's true.
You want to say it's true?
Yes.
But is it true?
I think it is true.
It's 100% true.
Yes! I'm on a roll.
That is fucking wild.
Amazing.
That is wild.
That's so
the
sick.
fact that he didn't get any
Did
other...
that help like scientific discoveries to do with OCD? Surely. They would have been like, well, if we just take this bit out.
It's still too high risk because you like make...
you just do the gun? You're like, you just roll the dice?
But far out.
Wow.
We don't condone that.
But was he horrifically disfigured? Surely.
No.
Come on.
No, because he still went through his skull.
just went through his skull.
Like up here through.
Listen to what you're saying,
It's
man.
one bullet though, so it's not like I said shotgun. It's actually a rifle.
Oh,
So shotgun would.
Okay.
It was just a one bullet that kind of went clean through. So I don't know. The pictures, he looked fine.
Fucking George. Well done. Well played.
George is a madman.
Alrighty. Here we go. Do you know why Lionel Messi's nickname is the Flea in Spanish?
No.
Alrighty. In the Spanish world, he's referred to as La Pulga or the Flea. This is because when he was a young kid growing up in the rough outer suburbs of Buenos Aires in Argentina, there were wild dogs everywhere. So obviously, fleas everywhere as well.
Right.
He recounts his father constantly saying that if he wanted to play like no one else, he had to train like nobody else. So he would pick up dead fleas on the ground on his way home from school each day and attempt to juggle them like a football. While he never made it all the way home, he says, he would often have kids gathered around him to watch the spectacle, and he attributes his close ball control to the countless hours spent trying to juggle the impossible.
Oh, I feel like it's bullshit, but then it's such a creative one. And I've never heard him been called the Flea.
Really?
No.
Well, that's his like nickname in Spain.
All right, I'll say true.
It's actually 100% bullshit.
Oh. I knew it was bullshit. I don't know why I said true.
Got him.
What did you make it up?
I made that up.
The whole thing?
Yep.
Is his name called the Flea?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's why. I was like, where did you pull this from?
Yeah. No, his
yeah.
name is. His nickname is the Flea.
That's good. That was well
But
played.
it's just because he like bounces around.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And he's like small.
Yeah. No, that's well played. I feel like I should have got that.
I wrote this story and then I was like, maybe I should look up how big fleas are in like a
I was
picture.
like, aren't they tiny?
And they're fucking tiny.
I know. That's where I was like, how is this real? I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, well played.
Oh, smoked. All right,
All right, here
1-0.
we go. This is a good one. This is a man who prevented World War III. So during the Cold War, the US and Soviet unions were constantly monitoring the skies for any signs of nuclear, attacks.
Yep.
Orders on both sides considered to counter-launch if there's any indication that the enemy missile had been launched.
Yep.
And on November 26, 1983, the Soviet system alerted them that a US missile had been launched. The man in charge was Petrov. He decided to double-check despite having the all-clear to retaliate.
Okay.
He double-checked and confirmed it was not, in fact, a missile launch from the US and just a simple satellite malfunction. Years later, Petrov was invited to a special ceremony in Los Angeles and was presented with a World Citizen Award and was redeemed by getting $1,000 US.
$1,000?
1,000 US dollars.
Fuck me.
For potentially preventing nuclear war.
Oh my God. Could you imagine the stress?
I can't believe they could just retaliate without,
That's it. Yeah. I mean, speak of the devil, World War III. All right. Is it true? I feel like it's true. And then the $1,000 reward is the only thing I'm not sure about, but the rest of the story, I reckon is true.
it's all true.
No way.
It is all true, including the $1,000 reward.
Fuck. Oh, bro, I'm like shaking.
1,000.
Imagine making that decision.
But 1,000. But also imagine making that decision. Like, is there a reason they have to retaliate so quickly?
This is
it
one,
to
like-
retaliate before it hits them. Is
Could
that what it
anyone
is?
ever press that button? Could you ever press that button?
I don't know.
This
That's
is like
a good-
one of those ethical questions.
Yeah, it
like,
is.
could you ever?
Are you just
Even if you were trained your entire life to do it, knowing what would happen?
Have you seen Ender's Game?
No.
I'm going to do a little mid part here, but Ender's
Okay.
Game is this concept where they've got they train up all these kids and they're basically fighting these aliens in space, right? And they can't win the war.
Yeah.
And they feel like they could do like a Hail Mary and send everything out there. But if they lose, then human race is doomed. But if they win, they've solved the problems.
Yeah.
So they train up kids over years and years to train in simulations. And eventually, I think Ender, the main character, he does a final training simulation, which is simulating like the big battle. And so he sacrifices people here and there, and eventually he wins. And he goes, yes, I did it. I passed the final test. Turns out it wasn't a test. It was the real thing. And he was moving real ships and everything happened and he saved the human race. But the only reason it worked was because he didn't have a connection.
yeah.
He didn't mind sacrificing 20,000 people because they weren't real people. And that's what got him
He
to
was
win.
just trying to win a game.
Yeah, just trying to win a game. And then they kind of unpack the ethical, like, oh my God, I killed so many people. I just threw them under the bus and everything.
I wish you hadn't told me that. I'd love to see that movie.
Sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Fuck.
I'm sorry. But it's cool, isn't it?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Shit. Damn.
Movie's not that great, but
Right.
it was off a book. It's pretty good, but
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. My last story of the day. Did you hear about two twins who accidentally met for the first time in college?
here we go. Another twins one.
So when 19-year-old Bobby Shafran arrived on campus on his first day, he was super confused by unfamiliar classmates repeatedly greeting him as Eddie. Bobby would quickly discover he had a crazy lookalike on campus. In fact, fellow freshman Eddie Galland was his long-lost twin. Or as they would soon discover, triplet. David Kellman contacted Bobby and Eddie when their photo was published in the local paper, as he too bore an uncanny resemblance. The trio swiftly learned that they were triplets separated at birth, each adopted by families all in the same suburb.
This is true, and it's called Three Identical Strangers, isn't it?
I don't know, but it's definitely a Jethro Bath submission.
Is it true?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Jethro Bath, mate. I've seen this. It's called Three Identical Strangers. It's super fascinating.
Is it?
They meet up, and then I think, so the two of them happen to meet up, and it gets crazy. It's like, at college, this whole thing goes, and then the third one goes, hold on, that looks like me. And then he reaches out.
Could you imagine watching the TV one day or like looking at the paper and just being like, what the fuck's going on?
It's a super interesting documentary because they act out the whole thing while they narrate it. So they kind of narrate it and like play it. It's almost like a movie and a documentary.
The actual twins or triplets.
It's called Three Identical Strangers. Yeah.
Wow.
No, not the actual twins.
Oh, right.
Maybe, but they get actors. And so it's very interesting.
You'd think you were in like a simulation.
Yeah, it's sick. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Good one. That's a good story from Jethro. Man, he's just, we got to start paying this guy.
I know. Well, maybe when we get paid.
All right, here we go. This is James May's Hidden Message.
Okay, James May from Top Gear?
That's the one. Yep. So before hosting the hit show Top Gear, James May worked for an automobile magazine as an editor where he got so bored editing their annual review issue that he snuck in a secret message into the magazine. Using the first letter of every page of the review section, which is like the big letter, you know, when it's like whatever, he spelt out, "So you think it's really good, yeah? You should try making this bloody thing. It's a real pain in the ass." May was later fired for this after readers caught on, but then he went on to do bigger and better things.
As if you would get fired.
I know. He must have generated heaps of press.
That's genius.
Yeah.
James May. I reckon he would do that.
You reckon?
True.
It's true.
Yeah.
James
all right.
May. Yeah.
That's sick.
Classic. And it's really cool when you look at the visual. It's really interesting.
It's quite an obscure thing to say. Like, surely you would have something a little bit more profound.
But it's classic James Mason. It's like a prank, but still like a British.
Yeah.
Like,
very understated.
Respectful.
Yeah. That's very cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'd like to see a picture of that.
You got any more?
I've got no more stories.
I got one more story.
Alrighty.
So did you hear that season 3 of Euphoria has just been cancelled?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So after the success of season 2, which has been huge, as you've seen online, it's been blowing up online, many people assume there'd be a third season.
Okay.
However, due to recent controversy around the show's unrealistic depiction of drug use and the fact they use 25-year-old actors to play 17-year-olds, among many other things, many people have been upset with the effect it's having on the youth of America. Okay. Petitions have been signed worldwide, and even the largest mental health organizations, such as Mental Health America, have released a statement claiming they do not support this show and suggest the writers have a think about how it's affecting young Americans. Due to all of this, HBO has pulled the plug on season 3, leaving millions of fans devastated worldwide.
Whoa, is this true? Oh, this is a big one.
It's big. It's fuck. Bro, when I saw this, I was like, oh.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if this is true because that show is fucked up.
Yeah.
Like the way it kind of almost glorifies in a way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's true. I feel like I'm gonna get burned, but I reckon it's true.
It's completely false.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell.
I made up the whole thing. So everybody, relax.
Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah,
I'm a cunt. I made up the whole thing. It's
but
still
it's
going
true,
ahead.
though.
No, I haven't seen it, but I've just seen snippets. I do hate the fact they get like, especially, look, for the girls, as a guy, it pisses me off when they get these jacked 25-year-old guys to play like 17-year-olds. And you're like, bro, are you serious? Do you know how much, like, guys have body image issues as well?
Yeah,
like,
especially young guys today.
and they're always like, but they're probably on PDs and they've got personal trainers and they're supposed to play like an average 17-year-old. You shit me? And then obviously the girls are like drop dead gorgeous and everything.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually haven't seen the show, so I can't comment too much on it. But it was similar like with 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah, I mean, sure, there's something to be said for having the conversation and raising awareness around drug culture, but it's all sensationalized. Everything in that movie, in that TV show is so sensationalized that it I don't know. Yeah, it's an interesting talking point. Good story. Who came up with that?
That's me. And
Genius.
I just went, what's hot right now? Euphoria.
Yeah,
Let's make up a story.
Fuck. No, that's good, man. I appreciate that. All right, are we done with stories?
We're done with stories. Play the jingle.
Play the jingle, the dad jokes jingle.
We don't have it yet, but we'll insert
I'll
one.
make one, yeah.
We'll insert one.
Oh, shit.
Dad jokes.
All right.
Fuck,
All right. Okay.
Do we to start? I don't know. I feel like
I want to start.
I feel like you've got really good ones. I'm stressed.
Okay, here we go. I had a hen who could count her own eggs. She's a mathema chicken.
A mathema chicken. So bad.
Ooh.
Fuck. All right.
I'm sorry, I can't even read these.
What does a dinosaur use to pay its bills?
To pay its bills.
A Tyrannosaurus check.
I like that. I like that. Oh. Did you hear about the restaurant called Karma?
No.
There's no menu. You get what you deserve.
Yeah, nice. Nice. Nice.
It's not that funny, but
it's a good one.
It's a good one.
Why couldn't the toilet paper cross the road?
I don't know.
It got stuck in the crack.
Nice. All right. I've got a 5-string dad joke.
Cheese, all right.
Yeah?
Let's hope this camera doesn't die.
All right. What cheese is not your cheese?
Oh, no.
Nacho cheese.
Yeah, nice.
What did the cheese say when it looked in the mirror? Hello, me.
Hello, me. Very nice.
What cheese would you use to lure a bear out of a tree? Come on, bear.
Come there. Okay.
What is a parrot's favorite cheese? Feta!
Feta.
What cheese is most known for getting the munchies? A baked brie.
A baked brie.
There
Very
you go.
nice.
That was
Very
a
nice.
friend submission.
Oh, friend
Declan.
submissions for dad jokes.
Declan sent those in.
Oh,
Yeah.
you love to see it.
Love to see it.
Friend of the show.
Yep.
Did you hear about the superhero with a lisp that always works out?
Okay, go on.
He's Thor.
Is that like he's sure?
No, Thor. Like
No, but as in like-
yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. Okay. What's blue and smells like red paint? Blue paint.
I knew it. I've heard that one before. It's
You
a classic,
dickhead.
but I couldn't get it.
All right.
Did you know the average person wants 3 bed covers on them at all times?
Why?
That's just a blanket statement.
Fuck you. Fuck you. All right.
I got one more after this.
Why did the Mexican take anti-anxiety medication?
I don't know.
For Hispanic attacks?
It's got the same vibes as alpaca.
Yeah.
All right, that's good.
That's good.
All right.
Woo, that's good.
Did you hear about the female rapper who only battled when she was on her period?
No.
They said she had a mean flow.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Nah. Not allowed. Nah.
Come on.
Okay.
That's the best one.
All right. Last one. Last
All
one.
right,
Here we go.
Let's go.
I've lost a lot of weight just by wearing bread on my head. It's a new low-fat diet.
So bad. Low-fat diet. Oh, it's so bad. All right, let's move on.
Okay. The
Would
Would
you
You
rather
Rather
this?
jingle?
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
Would you rather know the date of your death or the cause of your death?
Ooh. That's a good one. Cause.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
Nah.
if you knew the date, then it would ruin your whole life. Because then you wouldn't live like a normal human.
Why not?
Because you just do insane things. You wouldn't care about anything.
What if the date was like 8 in 60 years?
60 years?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think you wouldn't have any. You would have no way to live a real human life, because the one thing that connects us all is the fact that we don't know when we're going to die and we are mortal.
I disagree. I would do definitely date of death.
Really?
Because what if the cause of death is car accident? You're fucked the rest of your life. What if it's, what if it's something that you do regularly? What if it's like choking on pasta?
Yeah, but what are the odds of that going to be?
What if it's choking on
No,
pasta?
just never have pasta.
But you're going to die that way no matter what.
Yeah,
so
but
at some point you're going to have pasta and you're going to die.
Yeah, but I can put it off. I know it's not going to be soon because
Why not?
Because I'm not going to eat it.
But you die for a reason.
Yeah, but I'm not going to eat it. One day maybe I'll get super drunk or something and eat it. But
I reckon the date is better.
I reckon you wouldn't know how to live as a human if you knew the day you were going to die.
I reckon you wouldn't know how to live as a human if you knew how you died. Especially if it was like
Well, I think you're wrong.
it depends on the death. If it's like die of old age,
Yeah.
great. You've got the best possible outcome.
Yeah.
But if it's,
Yeah. But it wouldn't be just like die of old age. It'd be like die because your lung fails or
Yeah.
something like that.
yeah,
Yeah. All right.
situational.
Would you rather have to backflip before touching someone or punch everyone you meet for the first time in the face?
Punch everyone I meet for the first time in my face.
Yeah?
Yeah. 'Cause
Everyone-
at least you're done.
Go to jail.
You're done. Yeah, but I tell them I'm stuck
Right.
in it. I'm cursed. I'm cursed. Like, please don't hold this against me. You can hit me back if you like.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, just take around pillows or something. And put them on, I don't know.
Have you seen the Jackass movie where they punch people and then cake or like water in the face?
But the backflip, dude, every single time you touch someone.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, maybe.
You could have.
You avoid touching people unless at most points.
Yeah, but then your kids or like be tough. It would be tough.
Maybe the backflip's better, actually.
Yeah?
Maybe the backflip is better. I spoke too soon.
But I guess you could go live in like a rural community or something.
I'm thinking about who have I touched today? No one.
Yeah, but yeah.
And like, let's say you're with someone.
But how often do you meet new people? Especially if you live a life where you don't.
Yeah, but you have to touch them. Just be like, hey, sorry, if you mind, I just don't want a backflip. Or just do a backflip. If you're gonna like
I just don't want a backflip.
Like, I mean, look, you couldn't go clubbing.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of things you miss out on. It's probably better than punching everyone you meet.
True. I reckon you could live a pretty quiet life and a pretty happy life just with people that you've met before.
Through punching.
You've already met them. You punched them once, whatever. Yeah,
I agree.
You got to punch your baby.
Yeah, you would.
Kid.
Yeah.
Or as soon as it comes out of the womb. Fucking, oh.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
This is a tough one.
All right.
Would you rather be left at the altar by your fiance or leave them at the altar?
Ooh, I'd rather be left at the altar.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. I'd rather.
Because at least then.
At least you're not a fucking piece of trash. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'd rather be left. As awful as it would be.
It's way
easier.
easier.
Humiliating as it would be.
Yeah. You're having
I don't know how you could leave someone at the altar.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could let it get that far before you make a decision. Like, that's messed up.
Yeah. All right. Would you rather marry the ugliest person in the world with the best personality or the most attractive person in the world with no personality and you can never cheat?
Oh, it's so shit. It's so shit because I just couldn't handle a dry personality.
Yeah.
If she's got the worst in the world,
Yeah.
oh my God, I can't even imagine it. But then also you need to have that initial attraction.
Yeah.
To lose, like, you don't win. Is this someone that you would find objectively ugly?
Yeah. Yeah. It's brutal. It's so brutal. I'm so glad I asked this question because I didn't want to answer it. Yeah.
You know what? And I'm not trying to be like a pick me. I'd probably choose ugly.
Yeah.
If I had to stick with them.
You're such a pick me boy.
I probably would. Like, I would rather, because, sex is great and, all that sort of stuff. And you can still have sex with them. But, like, I guess the initial attraction would be tough because, it's hard to have a relationship if you don't have any attraction whatsoever.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'll go ugly. I'll go ugly.
Good
I
man.
don't know if I can handle, 60 the rest of my life with the worst conversationalist on the planet.
Yeah. Well, you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. It's my question. I don't have to answer.
Okay. Fair enough. I got two.
That's a really tough one. I reckon I would go with ugliest person.
Yeah.
Oh, but there's like ugly and then there's the ugliest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like
either way, it's just a not an ideal situation at all.
Yeah. All right, I'll go with the hottest one.
Okay.
Just to
we
balance
can
it out.
compare our decisions.
Yeah.
You can complain about how boring they are.
Yeah.
I can complain about my lack of attraction.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Right.
Haven't had a stiffy in 50 years.
Oh, come on, mate.
All right, we've both done two of those.
Yeah.
That's it.
Sweet, man.
Byron and Pace done with
episode.
Massive technical issues
A few
we got
technical
there.
issues. I forgot to charge my camera, so
Yep. Don't let it happen again.
it's gonna be a tough edit. But
Guys, all right, here's the deal. If you leave a review, Byron promises that he'll never ever show up to recording with no battery ever again.
Yep.
So Spotify review.
And we don't even need a review. We just want a rating.
Yeah.
Spotify doesn't even allow you to do
give us
reviews.
the stars. Give us the fucking stars.
If you want to go on Apple Podcasts and give us a review, even better.
Even better.
Even better.
Nah, this is cool,
Pace will
guys.
sing you a custom song.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
for a podcast review on
Podcast
Apple,
review.
if you
Send me
leave an actual review,
send
like,
me a screenshot of your review and DM it to us on
Yeah.
Instagram, and I'll send you a little song.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Stay tuned for giveaways.
Yeah.
Cool things like that.
Everything coming up.
Much love, guys. Bye.
Bye.